How much power does a KTM Husqvarna or Gas 105cc make? That's coming up in today's video. What's going on, guys? I'm Derek Harris here at HP Race Development, and that's a really cool looking Husqvarna 105. So this is a standard stock 105 kit as it comes from KTM. Two exceptions. Number one exception, it has an FMF pipe and silencer. A lot of you guys have pipes and silencers, so I think that's fair. Number two, it has a board carb. You already know from a previous video of ours what a board carb does. We're gonna throw a couple little tuning things at you in this video too. What does the 85 CDI do versus the 105 CDI? We're gonna show you that. Alrighty, dyno run done and dusted. That is what the 105 kit with FF pipe and silencer that's got a board carb makes on this bike. Now, to be frank, we've had some make more horsepower than this, and decently so, but this is what happens when you bolt bikes together. Every bike has a little bit of variance, and so the tolerances of production and the cylinders and how they run change how they run. So this bike is making just shy of 24 horse, 23 and a half. And it's got a little dip here, no big deal. And then it signs over here, peaking around 12.5-ish, and then signing off and done, well, really by about 12.5. So that's it. Nice, beautiful front side. Alrighty, out with the old, in with the new, as in out with the new, out in with the old. There's the part number on these two. Interestingly enough, you can see there's a little bit of a difference there. 85-472-390-311-00-476-399. So a little bit different part number. Let's see what the 85 CDI does versus this 105 CDI. And then we got a Git CDI going on here. Didn't tell you early in the video we were going to do that. 85 CDI coming at you. I don't know if it was or it wasn't, but it came on the pipe like a damn hammer. Oh yeah, so a little bit worse across the board. Let's do medium smoothing so it looks cooler even though it doesn't. So it's worse off bottom of the 85 CDI and then almost the same but slightly worse all the way through. So that's why it sounded like it hit hard, because it did hit hard. It went whoop, and then it came on and then it did that. So you should definitely run that 105 CDI, or if your kid's like, I want to hit, well, then you can run that. But I would probably say stay away. We want the most bottom we can get. All right, now we're going to throw a Git CDI box on with our map that we just wrote to it. Git CDI box installed. Don't have the map switch hooked up. It's over here. So we're in map 1 by default, and we'll see what that does. Git CDI in green and the OEM CDI in blue, that we are a little bit better up top on the Git right now, a little bit better here, same, better, and then a little bit worse in the front. So what do we need to do? Well, what we need to do is go through and rework a little bit of this Git area and see if we can improve that. So I'm gonna go in through the Git and make a couple changes and see if those changes are the right direction. So up to about 9,000, we're gonna need to try something. I'm gonna try a little more ignition, and then I'm gonna try a little less ignition and see if that trends better. Now, some of that is how we do dyno polls, which is just how hot the pipe is, all that stuff. But I always try to do the same type of test, the same back-to-back polls, the same way. So that's just something we try to do. So that's what we were able to do with a fully custom curve on a stock 105. Not massive gains, but gains. And that's what we chase in this industry. We chase gains. We're not chasing crazy things. We're piecing together needles in a haystack, because that's what we got. We got needles in a haystack to trend together. So let's go make a couple little tiny tweaks to that Git on the front side, and let's see what we get. Let's add that KX112 we had. While I pull up that dyno chart of that Kawasaki, here's some footage of it on the dyno.
Our goals here are simple, just to show you guys what we're constantly doing and working here at the shop every single day of testing, getting better, recording data, and just trying to be the best we can be. But for you guys, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that you can get out of it just different facts about things that do different things and what the reality is of parts and pieces and what the facts are as opposed to maybe some of the marketing material that's out there. So let's get this Kawasaki chart up on screen, and let's move on and see what she looks like.
So that's that Kawasaki 112 out of the box from Kawasaki in green. So no comparison between a stock standard supplied 105 and a stock standard supplied KX 112, right? You're getting a lot of power out of this KTM for for a good package. So let's add what that KX 112 after we did a little work. Ooh, look at that KX 112 with some work. Starting to make a pretty strong case for a pretty solid little motorcycle here. So this is giving you a little relative comparison between this 105 KTM, all stock and standard, versus this Kawasaki that's fairly heavily modified. And yeah, I guess you're gonna have to check back for part 2 to see what kind of gains we can get out of this Husqvarna 105 KTM gas package and see if we can jazz that up a little bit and bring the power up on this Husky. Almost forgot. What about the Yamaha? Let's throw that up there. All right, so here's a Yamaha 105 kit. Let me take this Kawasaki off because it's making these guys look bad at the moment. All right, here's the Yamaha 105 Athena kit with some port work and some carb work. It took a little bit of work to get it here. You can see that it's good at peak, signs off similarly, a little worse in the front. And that's due to the power valve design. It just doesn't have as good of a power valve design as this KTM does. But not a bad design. And as you can see, it can be competitive. And if you have a Yamaha owner, if you have a Yamaha, you can have a competitive bike. So sure, KTM Husky gas a little bit better here, but for the most part, you can be competitive with those packages.
Well, that concludes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check back soon. I've got an awesome video continuing on this bike, both with mods, and you're not gonna wanna miss our Ignition Part 2 video. If you haven't seen Part 1, be sure to go watch our Inside Secrets of Ignition Tuning. Part 2 will actually showcase that on the dyno. So be sure to check back with that. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, smash the bell so that you don't miss a video. I will see you guys next time. I'm out.